Welcome to another day in the Matrix. Waters above crypto. Today we're getting a big red pill, some classic Friday bearish price action. Today we're going to focus on a decode using Gematria for the next couple of days and a recap of what happened yesterday on June 3rd with the 3-6 date numerology written internationally. We'll be going over the Bitcoin and XRP charts and even touching a little bit on Theta token as it's been one of the better performing cryptos over the past week as predicted. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, numerology, and astrology to understand these markets. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what we're doing here, feel free to subscribe. Give this video a like and share this video with conscious people to help grow this community. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so let's try to get that by next week. And for those of you that want to learn how to do technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, you can join my mastermind course. There's a promo code in the pinned comment below for the month of June. You can qualify for that promo code discount by becoming a Patreon supporter of the Mastermind Community Membership. Link to my Patreon is in the description. And to get in contact with me for access to the course, my email is in the description box as well. I've been getting a bunch of people emailing me over the past couple of days, thanking me for the course and telling me how affordable it is for how many video lessons are included. I regularly hear from people saying that my analysis has been keeping them calm over the past month with all the chaos that's in this market. And that really means a lot to me to be able to help. I greatly appreciate all of your support. And with that being said, let's take the red pill. So we're going to start out with a quick recap of what the last couple of days have been like since I took off yesterday from making a video. It was much needed, got some meditation, cleared my head. I'm actually planning on doing a little fast soon, perhaps a mixed water fast plus dry fast. Probably going to do that around this incoming solar eclipse just to keep myself clear of some negative vibes that are surrounding me. So anyways, Bitcoin with this 3-6, and I've been telling everyone to watch out for this 3-6 number. And yesterday was the date June 3rd, which is written 3-6 internationally. And let's just look at the chart on the 1 minute, okay? So this is kind of crazy. So as you can see here, I have it plotted out that around the June 3rd at 6:30, we hit the high of the day. So literally Bitcoin, it hit its high on the day of the 3-6 date numerology at the time of 6:30, 63, 63. And this is amazing because I've been trying to show everyone that this entire cryptocurrency market runs off of an algorithm which is based off of Bitcoin, okay? Gematria, numerology, and astrology, and these algorithms work down to the minute. So the price will pump into an exact minute target on the day that it needs to because it's just the way that it goes. And I've shown a lot of people this, especially in my mastermind course, because it happens all the time. So this is amazing how we hit the high of the day, a rejection at 6:30 a.m., which again, this is the time zone of Washington, D.C. or New York City. And New York City is where the Wall Street, New York Stock Exchange is. It's where the entire financial sector helps out with the Vatican and the City of London and Switzerland as part of a big ordeal that it's funny to even explain this after making videos for so many months, but I love talking about it. So, but anyways, I always mention this thing called the Trinity, which is the Vatican, the City of London, and New York City combined with Washington, D.C. And we have a little helper out there in Switzerland to help us with our money laundering. And there's so many other things going on. I actually even watched a documentary yesterday that was discussing gold and how it's all the way that's trafficked around, and it's insane. And it was beautiful to watch because we get so many people who have this idea that gold is like God's money and it's so great, but meanwhile it's like one of the most corrupt, least environmentally friendly practices that exists in the industrial world. There's literally slave labor collecting rocks from rivers and deforesting the Amazon. It's insane. Anyways, I don't want to waste your guys' time with that rant, but here we are. 6:30, we hit the all-time high price, okay? Then we move over to the daily close when the June 3rd date transitions into June 4th, okay? And this is where the daily closes happen in crypto. They happen at 8 p.m. New York time or Eastern Standard Time. And you can see the moment that this came to a close, we basically got like a double top and then rejection, and it just started to fall down the moment of that daily close. So this is still technically the 3-6 date, but it's just when the daily close happened, you could see how perfectly this algorithm sets in to basically say, okay, it's the daily close, push this to the downside. It's textbook. Now this is where I'm really interested in right here, is we're getting this 810 low, okay? So this low at the 810 and then reversal because it's 81, okay? And the 81 comes back to Venus, right? So I'll just show you really quickly, Venus, 81. And today is Friday, or Viernes for Venus, okay? So the low of the day for Bitcoin happens at that 81 time. It's amazing. This is so manipulated, and all we have to learn how to do is be on the right side of the manipulation. I say that all the time, okay? So let's move on. I believe that we have some more things to cover because a lot of people are mentioning that the pullback that happened was happening on Bitcoin because of the Elon Musk tweet last night, which I believe is complete dog shit. And a big reason why is because I was telling everyone to watch out for theta. And if we go to the 4-hour chart on theta, you can see that right before the transition, you could see if you look at the bottom right here, right before the transition into the 4th of June, you see how theta has this big doji candle, right? So it manipulated all the way up to 1040, 1050 almost. This was one of the craziest days in theta's price action history since this dump. And it was so manipulated and so beautiful. So the reason I was bringing up theta a couple days ago, because theta token equals the 151, which is the 36th prime. Okay, and that 36 comes back to yesterday's date numerology, which was June 3rd, 36. Okay, so let's look at this. If we go to when the date started, it's right here, and then we move up to the high on the day, we're looking at about a 30% increase, okay? About a 33% increase. Of course, 33. But anyways, from wick low to wick high, we're looking at 33. So if anyone was to get into this play according to this numerology, this Gematria code, you would have been, you know, this is like what the S&P 500 needs months, years to pull off. But I was bringing up this sub $6 theta the other day over the weekend in my Discord for the Mastermind community membership. And I was saying to everyone, like, hey guys, I'm buying more theta because I see it below $6, and this is leading into the 36 date numerology. And it's also the 151st day of the year. So that's what I covered on the last video I made. Please go back and watch that. And this 3-6 was beautiful. Now, if you look at theta, like these are just some of the plays that I believe are monumental in the market, these top coins over here. And theta's literally recovered almost 100% since this dump. But the other reason I'm bringing up theta is if Elon Musk tweeted about Bitcoin, why did theta have this huge manipulation candle to the downside immediately after the daily close, which got out of the 36 date numerology? Okay, why did that happen? Did he tweet about theta? Why is XRP down 9% right now? You see the discrepancy here? People need to move on from this guy. He's nothing he does matters, okay? There's proof in this. Look at Dogecoin today. Dogecoin is down 9%, okay? Doge is actually down about 21% off of the highs that it had the other day from the Coinbase listing. So we're trying to say that Doge gets a Coinbase listing. It's allegedly the tweet last night from Elon is saying that he broke up with Bitcoin for Doge. That's kind of what people were inferring. And why is it down? Can someone explain why it's down today and literally Theta's having a green candle? After this huge manipulation event, which looks like a complete V-shaped recovery, that's manipulation. When you get a huge red candle like that and then you're bought back up within a couple 4-hour closes. What's going on here is Doge is the shit coin of shit coins, and Elon is the shill of shills for the Jesuit order. And people think that what he's doing matters, but they don't understand that he doesn't even run his Twitter profile. Someone else runs it, and they have a timed post that they can do to release his tweets at the times that they need it to, just like the algorithm kicks in when it needs it to. Just like I showed you that exactly at the time of 8:10 this morning, we hit an absolute low on the chart, and that's the 81 for Venus, which is the day of Venus is today. And just like yesterday on the 3-6 date numerology, at at the exact time of 6:30, we get the high price. Come on. You can see by now that this is all manipulated on that, not on Elon Musk's Twitter, okay? Let's hope everyone understands that by now. So to move on from here, you guys understand it's all theater. This market is controlled by a central algorithm based off of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin moves up, everything else moves up. Same thing in the other direction. The reason I harp on this Bitcoin chart so much is because of that, because I'm kind of just helping you guys skim through the nonsense. If you can learn solid TA on Bitcoin and you could start to wrap your head around Gematria Numerology and basic astrology, you can have a leg up in this market that a lot of people can't have because they're disregarding the most important things. Okay? So it's really crucial, even if you don't invest in Bitcoin, put the chart up. Leave the chart up as your main chart and you'll see exactly what I mean. When Bitcoin dumps, your favorite shitcoin dumps. When Bitcoin pumps, it goes in the opposite direction as well. Okay, so the one thing I want to look into is tomorrow's date, which is the 5-6. Okay, so it would be June 6th written like that, or 5-6 written internationally. And I'm really interested in this date because of these guys. So we got Society of Jesus with the 56, which is like tomorrow, and also the day after that. Remember this, sorry, I take that back. Yeah, the 7th is something else to look out for, but that's another subject. That would be the 7th of, or sorry, the 5th of July would be what we would be looking into. But to get back on track with this 56, we have a couple other ones. We have Freemasons with the 56. We have Cult with the 56, and then we have our favorite scam, the C scam with the 56. Beautiful. And I would expect turbulence tomorrow. Another thing, we have ISIS with the 56. I could keep going, but just to get through this, this tomorrow's date I believe could be monumental, and I could expect turbulence in the market because BTC for Bitcoin, the ticker symbol equals 56. So every crypto will be trading based off of Bitcoin, and I believe since tomorrow cryptocurrency is the only game in town, we have to be considerate of tomorrow and its ties to Bitcoin and its ties to the New World Order. Also, Sunday, the day after that, with the 6-6 date numerology, 6 times 6 is 36, like Bitcoin equals 36, okay? So this whole weekend, I believe, is going to be tied to Bitcoin. Another thing we can do is we can add up the date as June plus the 5th day of June plus 20 plus 21, and we're going to be getting 52, like BTC equals 25. So again, as above, so below. And this 52 number also comes back into a couple of other key players. The Pope, who is a Jesuit Pope, by the way. And then we have President with that 52, okay? And then the president at this time is this guy with the 25. Okay, so I'm really considerate over the next couple days. Again, I'm bullish leading into the new moon, which is on the 10th of June. And I believe the day after the new moon, we're going to probably dump. Now, the reason I think we'll dump is because it's the 6-11 date. Okay, and that 611 date inverted would be 9. Well, 6 inverted is 9, right? So we would get the 911. And another thing is last year on this date of June 11th, we also got a dump. So I'm just going to quickly go to that for you guys to see what I mean. So we could see right here on the date of June 11th, which is right here. Let me get my bearings straight. I'm in July. Right here, guys. So you can see right here, the 6/11 date of June, we got a pretty nice pullback. It's only 6%. So we have 6% pullback today. It's not even that big of a deal. But just to let you know, that is an opportunity because of the way that that date is manipulated and the way that the New World Order manipulates time. So anyways, let me quickly skim through what's going on in the charts and then wrap this video up. So Bitcoin, it's the same story. I'll do probably a more in-depth TA video tomorrow, but for the most part, we can see that we're getting support on this. Let me remove these really quickly. We're getting support on this green trend line, which is really interesting. It could be forming somewhat of a bearish pennant, but again, I do believe that we'll move into the new moon bullish. I don't think we're going to go that high, though. The way that I see this probably going is getting up to this 382 fib, maybe wicking a little bit higher, like a $44,000 Bitcoin, and then peel over into the June full moon. And again, my conditions for a bull trap would be if we suddenly move into this 0.5 fib. But there's nothing wrong with just ranging, getting rejected off of this curve, and then just bleeding into the bottom of this curve moving into July. And then as we break out of it into the new moon of July, I still see that pullback into late July for sure. So I'm holding those conditions. Let's move on to XRP. Now, XRP was looking pretty strong over the weekend, but now we're getting a very similar pattern to Bitcoin, as you can see. I don't want to draw any trend lines on this because it's not really useful. The one thing that is important, though, is holding this 236. So you guys hear me talk about the 236 fib all the time, and I believe it is one of the most crucial for continuation to the upside. So again, tomorrow might be this awkward day where like it's just choppy and weird because of the date numerology with the 5-6. Same with the 6-6, or sorry, yep, the 6-6 date numerology. But then by Monday we should have resolution, and I believe that resolution should be to the upside, at least to this 382 fib. Now, we can see things happen a lot more in a lot more volatility than we imagine. I was looking at Bitcoin's options contracts, and there's options for June set at 26,000 and also 40,000. So we pretty much almost met that condition for 40, but we typically get a little bit above. And that's why I'm not as bullish as I was, just because I need to go with the data. And open interest entered yesterday, so I'm just going with the data. Again, this isn't my opinion. When I say bullish moving into the new moon, that's not really my opinion. That's what the charts always show us. We always get bullish energy into the new moon. Then we always get bearish energy into the full moon. Not Waters Above's opinion. I'm just going over what I'm seeing in the charts. Now, what I feel is most likely to happen is if we get an exuberant move to the upside, really quick, big green candle, that will signal a bull trap. If we just keep ranging slightly up, we could totally still get to the 10th, pull back in June, and then just range here until it's the next new moon. Totally in the cards. So again, tomorrow I'll be covering more analysis. Let me just quickly look at Theta because it is one of the stronger players in the market. Oh, also, quick on the traditional markets, we are getting somewhat of a pullback for the dollar index. So of course that's bullish for the market, but I don't know what's been going on lately. There's some manipulation ever since that $6 trillion Biden relief package bullshit that they've been talking about. So something else to think about. But let's look at Theta really quickly. This is such an amazing play. So of course on the Discord I got in telling everyone around the $5.90 Theta, and we're looking at about a 60% gain over the past literally 5 days, so congratulations. Anyone who got into that play, that would have been insane. And then also holding this 236 is pretty much what I'm looking for. We have this downtrending resistance that we pumped through yesterday, pretty much back tested it today, and that back test is holding support on this 382 fib. A closure above the zero point 0.5 fib would be in the cards for me for a swipe up to this 618, and that's where the bull trap would most likely come in. Again, I don't see things hitting new highs soon. The only thing that might is potentially Cardano. But for the most part, I believe that this is just going to range after it hits the 702, maybe highest, 618. Then it would get rejected and probably come back to this 236, and you'd be seeing a $7 theta. That's the technicals, okay? So I'll leave it at that. Plenty of information in this video. Let's get ready for tomorrow and the next day. If you're somebody who's really emotional in this market, shut off your computer, go hang out outside. It's beautiful where I'm at right now. I'm going to spend the rest of the day in the sun. I don't really care what's going on in this market's charts at this time. I'm just enjoying the ride. Anything into that July full moon, I will be swiping up. Swipe or no swiping. So enjoy your 5-6 date tomorrow. And with that being said, fuck Elon Musk. Enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.